I'm on a goal to reach 5,000 in passive income, passive, through software as a service services, basically websites and applications. And we're figuring this out as we go. I've been on this for about officially on this for about like a month, and we're going. So, uh, so what I've done, I haven't like filmed the past 2 days, but what I've done in the background so far, uh, I set up an LLC. I created a company, and that video I did share. And it took a few days to get the registration approved, but now I officially have an LLC. And the thing is, let's see, where is it? The thing is, uh, okay, let me see. Okay, so the thing is, when I filed it, I thought in I leaked my address essentially. It was very stupid. In retrospect, I wouldn't do that. But I mean, when lots of people fill their LLC, they have to basically put their home. Not everybody, if you do have like an office, but if you're like software, you have to put your home. Like you can't. There isn't like a good solution unless you want to pay for office, and that's more expensive. I can't afford that right now. So I did leak my address in on there. Um, it's not that big a deal, but I'd prefer just not to have it out there. So yeah, it's probably gonna move apartments when our lease expires. But anyways, that's why also I'm not gonna show my LLC name until I have to. I just don't want it to be as available. It's still probably gonna be accessible, but I just don't want to make it available. So anyways, got it approved. Got back like 4 forms, certificate of formation. There's this one on next steps, initial report, and then just the certificate, official certificate, the fancy one. And let's see. Yeah, so once I got back to these paperworks, went on to what is this, Department of Revenue, and just applied for the business license. Because I'm software, I didn't really need to like apply for a permit for what are the things? It was like if you're providing services, utility services, or if you're selling like gambling tickets, lottery tickets, um, if you're maybe food was one of them, like restaurants. So there's lots of different things depending on what type of business you have. The second thing after that was filing this beneficial ownership information report. This is a federal report, and I think this is across, regardless of what state you're in the United States, you're gonna have to file this. It's basically to have companies be more transparent in their purpose, I believe, and so a name needs to be attached to every business, and you can't necessarily have like holding or shell companies that do suspicious stuff. And then the last thing was applying for an employer identification number. I think it says on the IRS, and I also have other sites that I'll attach to my notes for business structures. Um, yeah, I think it was this one. The SBA, it basically says if you are like hiring employees or other reasons that you would need an employer identification number. Yeah, and then if you have an IEN, you don't have to use your social security number, which makes it a lot better, a lot more secure. Yeah, and then other than that, there's some things that are just like minimal overhead, but there are things that I do want to look into in the future, such as how do I file my taxes. Right now, I don't know if I use the Department of Revenue, if I need to like do H&R Block, something like that. I'd prefer in the future to, once I'm making some money, have a good accountant, have a good tax accountant. No, have a good attorney or have a good tax accountant, And I also don't know what I need. I know I need to collect receipts for costs and things like that, but like, do I need to write it down somewhere? How do I need to present? What's the format I need to present it in at the end of the year? And also, if I want to hire contractors, for example, from uh, Upwork or Fiverr, I can pay out of pocket, I think, but like it would be better to classify it as business expense. Um, yeah, so there's more things I need to look into regarding having an LLC, having a business, but for now, that's sort of in the background. And then that was setting up a business. What else is going on? Oh, finances. Yeah. So right now it's just sort of an overview of what I've been doing. The next thing was, so in addition to starting up, there's just so many other things that go into play on how efficient and productive you're going to be, how much time and effort you can put into starting up. And part of that picture is, are you working a full-time job on the side? Are you quitting your job? I'm leaving my PhD. And I just want to have like clear boundaries for me. My idea for the next year or so is freelancing and then working on my startups until I make enough in passive income to just drop freelancing. Um, so yeah, for that, need to make like a financial plan. How much am I making now? How much run rate does it give me to figure out if freelancing is going to be sustainable, or do I have to take an industry job? So that's something that's going on the side. And the next thing that I'm probably going to start working on this weekend as well is health. I have very high blood pressure, but I can run. I run basically every day, but my nutrition is shit basically, and so is my sleeping schedule. And I don't know, stress doesn't really get to me, but must there must be something there that I'm overlooking. So it's something that I need to be more aware of. And yeah, this is more a little bit down the road, like in a few weeks after dealing with these more important things. So that's two things that are sort of been working on. And then the other thing was, if you remember from my last video, I was going through a bunch of, I don't even have them open anymore, but I was going through a bunch of people, role models in this space who have had apps who have just blown up, or maybe not necessarily blown up, but they're very successful in their area. One of them, for example, was Rego Apps. He's the one who's made like 2 police scanner apps. His net worth is over 100 million because of those apps. There was him. Hunter Isaacson. He makes a few million a year, and his goal is, he and his team, he has a team, they work on trendy, poppy apps that people will download. And these are my notes from that one video of him. My first 100 million, they had on, I think that it was Peter Level. No, they were just talking about something else. And so I just wrote down one note or 2 notes on, let's think a little bit bigger than just how can I make something that a few people buy. Let's think big. Let's think, how can I make an app that's going to make me 10 million in 3 months? And so when you approach a problem, or when you approach a problem space with problems that sort of guide you through it, you can have better outcomes. After that, Peter Levels, he's sort of like one of the OG, or he is the OG, I think, of building in public. He had a goal of building 12 startups, 12 months. I think he went through like 4 startups when he came upon Nomad List, which is essentially one of his money makers. I think he makes like 700,000 a year from it. Yeah. And then he has a few other ones that make him that bring him in a total of 2.7 million a year. And these were the startups he was working on. And instead of completing the 12 startups, he decided, he saw that Nomad List was starting to pop off, and so then he decided to expand on Nomad List. So I'll share my notes. If you're watching this and you actually get to this point, like you're not just skipping around, please let me know what format you would prefer. Maybe like Notion, or is there like a website format, or just like PDFs? Right now, my only goal is just to make this information accessible and have it like organized. I'm essentially trying to build an audience, and I'm not trying to like charge for it. I probably should, since I'm like bootstrapping myself, but I don't know. I think it's better to build the audience. It's a long-term play, I guess. And then the next one, Mark Liu, he sort of takes inspiration from Peter Levels. I think in 6 years, he's quit 2 times. And so he's sort of like figuring out his way, which is cool because he's still very much showing his approach. Even now he's streaming on YouTube different startups that he's working on. And yeah, from him, got lots of ideas. He has posts on how he'll launch a startup on Reddit, how he'll launch on Product Hunt, Hacker News. So he gives a lot of insight into this, into the marketing of bootstrapping and indie making and startups, these sorts of startups. He even gave his tech stack, which is something I want to become familiar with. Because typical tech stacks, you need like to process payments. So he mentioned Stripe. For databases, he mentioned MongoDB. So it's just things I need to be aware of and look for in the future. And then this guy, he made the 7-minute workout app. He got 2.3 million app downloads. I think he makes like $70,000 a year from this one app. So it's not as good as Rego apps, but it's still really good. Like enough to make him his salary, I guess, from just this one app. Where was I going to take this? Yeah. So last video I was going over the list of projects, trying to create a list of projects. I went over Reddit boards, was looking for other, was looking over other software, app, web, indie makers, these sorts of people. So looking into them, seeing how they sort of, their path in getting inspiration, getting ideas. So that's all these people. And now that I've went through all of that information, I still want to go over. So from the last, I think this was from the last one. I was going over the App Store and just seeing what kind of apps would I want to make. Do I think I could contribute something novel to and not just redo what is already there? Add like a twist to it. And so right now we're just going to go over those apps, brainstorm the kind of twists that I can add, and then brainstorm with ChatGPT. So at the end of this session, we should have a list of apps that I can build out. And then the goal tomorrow is, I should have done this today, but the goal tomorrow is just what's going to be my first app, and then just going to start executing. Yeah. And then using my notes from these people, make a plan for execution. This is going to be like a rough idea. I have lots of books I want to review, lots of other courses, YouTube videos, that are also going to inform my execution plan. But for now, we just need to get started and get a feel for it. Oh, that reminds me, I need to make a iOS account. Registering a business is not cheap. I think filing fees were $200. There's a registered agent, which is like 120 to 200. Mine was 120, so that's 320 by itself. And then to get a business license, that was, let's see, getting the business license was 150. So far we're at like 470. All right, let's get back to it. I had to do something else. But anyways, let's see. We're, going through apps on the App Store that I screenshotted. Let's see. So first one, I guess we'll start off with this one. So this one looks like it's measuring different things around the house using iPhone's measure sensor. And I guess when you're working on projects, having all these off measurements is helpful. Okay, so I'm actually, and you can do this with me. Open it up on the App Store. Let's go through the ratings. Let's see if we get any ideas. Okay. I apologize if my nose is runny. I'm allergic to my dog, so I'm dealing with it. Let's see. So pulling it up, 4.3 stars. Looking at all the reviews. Oh, recently they're having a hard time. But overall they have, the most helpful reviews are kind of critical. Maybe even exactly what I was looking for, but the free version only lets you do one measurement, and when I try to add another arrow, then they have to upgrade. Yeah, so I guess this was actually a very useful feedback. What it's saying is they want like essentially a free trial. Let them see if that's what they need, and if it is, then great, they know it works. So like let's do like, instead of what the app is currently doing, let people measure it, like use it once for free. Yeah. Because otherwise you're going to be turning away lots of people. I need to blow my nose. Okay, so the first one was just saying, first review was just saying they need to have like a more available free version just to explore. The other one was having bug issues. 1 star because it's a subscription service. Yeah, so this person, it seems like they're charging 36. Oh, this was 4 years ago though. I need to blow my nose again. Turns out I can show my phone. So now you can see it with me. looking at all the reviews and going through most recent. Let's see most recent. Oh wow, there we go. Don't waste your time, doesn't measure anything. Never unuseful. It's funny that he even posted his number. It's funny. Well, I'm laughing. I'm smiling because this seems like such an opportunity for me. Yeah, so it looks like they just ghosted. So this is probably going to be one of my, not first ones, but definitely like something that I'm interested in looking into. Taking 3D measurements. And let's do, people want a one-time payment. Test before you buy. I need to blow my nose again. And let's see what the app claims it can do. So call Anna about this. Oh, can you not see? So it says on the image, call Anna about this. But I don't understand. Oh, because the angles aren't. No, not the angles. I don't know. And then what is this? I don't know what that is either. Fireplace, new windows. So maybe take 3D measurements. Yeah, and I need to be quicker about this. I spent way too long on this. Take 3D measurements, windows. Okay, let's be even more abstract. Let's do like edges measured. Angles. Should we do angles? Like, cause right here it says, oh no, that's 60 inches, so that's not even angles. What's on these tiny images? Camera position, climbing, movie set. No, I don't know why this is even useful. Add dimensions, make sure others, often they don't. Take a photo of an object, add dimensions. Wait, take a photo. No, if you can't use photo for measurements. And then the other thing that came to mind actually while I was blowing my nose was, this isn't like an app idea, this is more of execution. Something I'm thinking about. I don't want to just be like a hustler, a scammer trying to make money. I want to add value. So for things that don't require cloud and our tools, then charge one-time fee. But yeah, let me think about this actually. Yeah, I think that's because I'd rather focus on building ideas, but then there's like a slight concern that what if I only have a few ideas and I should optimize how much I'm making? But I don't think that's one of the problems I'm gonna have. Like, there's ideas everywhere, even just from this. I'm not even generating ideas. I'm just seeing what's out there and how I can improve it. That's a free idea. I didn't even have to think of anything. So I think there's always gonna be ideas, and so I shouldn't worry about like squeezing out the cash, because it assume abundance, I guess. And my mind will just come up with ideas. I'll always find things to work on. So things that don't require cloud, like all you need is your phone. Your phone already provides you everything. It's just an algorithm you're using. Let's do one-time charge. That's my idea for now. There might be exceptions where some exceptions, but not too much. Like things like this, it's just simple idea. I could probably spin like 3 apps off of understanding like 3D measurements using different purposes, so it's fine. Cloud and interaction, users, charge, subscription, because cloud usage can vary amongst users, and the like having a database, I think the charges are different over time. This is just what the Measure app does. Do people pay for this? Yeah, so I'm not sure that I'd make like a Measure app, because these already have it covered. I mean, there's lots of them. Most recent. Well, people aren't satisfied. So, what innovative things can I do with measuring? Because all of these measure houses, measure rooms, measure cabinets. I need to blow my nose again. Oh, I was looking for top paid apps. Because I think like the top 3 top paid apps were measuring apps for people that work in manual labor jobs. Yeah, it isn't top paid. Where are over here? Conduit bending. Yeah, and this is such like a niche app that only you would only know if you work these kinds of jobs. Yeah, worksman calculator, electrical. Good for the person that came up with that, because let's assume like 10% of people, even 10% is a lot for ratings, like 5% maybe. So he has times, he's made like at least probably 100,000, or he or she has made like 100,000 off of this app. Brett. Well, I guess it was just that one though. What's this? Yeah, I don't know enough about style to have something there. Oh, but it only has 19 ratings, huh? But it does remind me of something. Bonsai app. And what this app provides is climate, tree, let's say like growing, repotting, etc. Seasons, temperature, humidity, soil. So that's one idea. If one of you is a designer and you have good designs, let me know. Lots of ideas I want to work on. I just want to spin them all off. And so if we work together, we could spin out things really quickly. Let's see. Wait, shouldn't Clash of Clans be? Yeah, shouldn't. Well, maybe it's through in-app purchases that Clash of Clans is. Because I'm pretty sure Clash of Clans is like $1 billion thing. So what's the next thing we're looking for? I need to go through these faster. No, not that one. This one. Oh, right. Right. Well, it fits. Okay. To think about on current applications. Lots try to measure things with a ruler, which measure app can already do. How can we make it more useful? Yeah, so who uses a ruler often as a part of basically their everyday job? What issues do they have? Make an app. Next one is next one. So this one's just basically the first one, but even worse. This was fractal art. Yeah, so let's look at it. Yeah, and this one, like 26 people paid for it. But it was 2 years ago. Yeah, and that's not actually what I want to do. They're just creating images. I want to do more like math-based art that is fun to play with. And I think I'll actually do this all part of an anxiety app with a bunch of what do you call it? Toys? Okay, next one. That was Flamelit Terrafractal. Oh, did I mess it up? Yeah, so this is more of what I want. I'm gonna download and try it. Yeah, I like this one. Look at that. Something like this where you can interact with it and play with it. And it's free, so that's kind of cool. So, went over Terrafractal, Zen Vibes. Basically the same thing. Let's see. Yeah, so Terrafractal was fine. Psychedelic live wallpaper.
But it's not a thing about making it accurate. It's a thing about making it feel right.
Yo. Whoa. I'm gonna try this first. Whoa.
It's not a thing about making it accurate. It's a thing about making it feel right.
That's cool.
But it's not a thing about making it accurate.
Which one was this one? Oh, this one was a fluid. Okay. And it has 71,000 ratings. That's just ratings. There's probably downloads. Let's assume like less than 1% people purchase it. How much is that? 100,000, 1,000. Oh, probably not that much, actually. So that's just an idea. They did it really good, so I don't think I'd want to try to like. My ears itchy. Okay, the other one I thought was about koi pond. I think someone's done this already.
If it's an accident, there's an error that feels good, then you leave it in. You want those.
Yeah, people have done it to some extent. Yeah, this is the one I was actually thinking about. Yeah, I don't think it'll be worth my time to go into those. What's after or psychedelic, yeah. Magic fluid. This is the one we were basically looking at. Magic fluids, live wallpaper. Yeah, and this has other options like basketball. Huh. Oh man. And this is actually what I was thinking about getting. Or not getting, but making something even closer to this, which I guess there's something out there already. Yeah, see, this is pretty cool. But I think it's $5 a week. subscription. Yeah, so people are willing to do maybe fixed price. Fluid simulation. And this, let's actually do like a more mature theme. So there's math, fluid simulations, and then we'll do like a kiddie theme. Not necessarily for kids, but it'll be like bubble popping and bubble wrap popping. And then there's gonna be somewhere in the middle, like teen theme. And then that one would be more like I don't know, but we'll think about it. So those are solid ideas. And yeah, this was more actually, let me try this as well. Okay, I'm gonna have to pause and download it. So this one seems like it's filled with ads. I don't understand what's happening. I don't think you can interact with it. It's just lame. Every 5 minutes. Because right now, I was just on something like less than 30 seconds, and then within 30 seconds, I was hit with another ad, which just made me want to leave it. And the point is, you want them to stay there long enough that it's enjoyable, but you can also play ads. Just don't bombard people with ads. And then, so that was those two. Or all the fluid type games. Life calendar journal. So I like the idea of a life calendar journal by weeks. So the main aim of the journal would be to look at trends over time. And so with that, you would need to essentially have like a set of metrics that you can compare your life from one week to another. So that's just things to think about in the background. 1 note every week, 52 notes in a year. What else has this person made? Just 2 apps. Yeah, so my main inspiration was the life calendar. I'm not really sure about like calendars in general. There's calendars in general. There's already too many calendars, too many habit trackers. So unless I have like a very good twist to it, I don't think I'd want to. Oh, the other one was momentum. Mim, Mimin. I thought it was memento. That seems so dramatic. Week. How many how many years, quarters, months, and weeks are left in your life? I can't believe someone made that, and at least 3 people have paid for that. No reviews. I don't know how I feel about this one. I think part of it is how you're going. It's a step above user interaction. It's considering like how to explain it. Like not necessarily directly how I'm interacting with the app, but like what is going to come out of the user interacting with the app. And if you think about it, like I think most people would see Steve Jobs' timeline and think, like, just compare themselves. So if I did this, crippling you don't know how everyone will react, but I mean, aim is for majority of people. So I guess people just care. I mean, not they just care about design, but some people like you. You just need okay design with like an okay idea, and that attracts people. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Yeah, here's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to build time tracker from the ground up. Don't compare other time trackers. Just focus on what I need from a time tracker. Make the explanation and screenshots super clear. Others because there's so many of them out there. Oh, let's see. Huh. Time is at 104. 104. 57. Cool. And then we have just skip all time trackers. Time track. Oh, what's this? That's actually kind of cool. No, I don't know about the tree planting, like how real is that part, but it has a to-do list, which it seems like you can track from like your dashboard, and then for whatever task you're working on, just click on it, I guess, and then it starts a timer to see how long you've done those specific tasks throughout the week. That's kind of cool. And then you can see your how well you've been following your habits. That's cool. No, I don't think I could outdo that. Oh. No, that's not where we were. Here. So we were just looking at time trackers. Now there's habit trackers. Was there a reason I had habit trackers on here? Habit trackers. Yeah, no, I can't even remember. But I mean, there's so many habit trackers. So unless like there's like and I don't think I'd track my habits on my phone. If I did track habits, it'd be on my computer. Yeah, that's where I'd probably do it. Other idea was food tracker, diet, nutrition tracker, macro tracker. Let's see. So this was another habit tracker. Motivation quote. I won't mention what I have in mind for this, but it'll be like a fun little project for motivation quotes. But I have a good idea. Strava. So on the topic of nutrition and health, nutrition, sleep. When you track nutrition, when you track sleep, when you track exercise. And let's see if we can track stress. Have an app. This is tracked. Does chronometer or Strava already do this stuff? So I need to see if other apps already do this. If they do, it's things that I'd be willing to pay for and not spend a lot of time figuring it out. I don't really need a calorie counter. I just need like a meal prep. So I would do meal prep. A meal prep planner. Yeah, actually, I'll leave that out. If it comes up in the future, then I'll probably write it down. This is Okay, actually, I need to come back. I keep procrastinating, so let's keep it pushing. We did calorie, well, nutrition tracker. This is essentially the same. Diet plan, DocuSign. So let's come back to that actually. Daily visual planner. Yeah, I don't know why I kept that on there. No. Family organizer, what's that? Thoughts. Schedule, Shadow Rocket, 75 hard. Okay, so we're almost at the end. Let me go back to DocuSign. Actually, I won't do DocuSign, but it is something that I'm curious, like how DocuSign even started. So I'll just write it down. Case study of DocuSign. Because I'm pretty sure DocuSign is like a multi-billion-dollar company. So I'm curious, like, how do you find multi-billion-dollar problems like that? So skipping this one. What's this one? Cozy Family Planner. Oh, not planner, organizer. 300,000 downloads. Upcoming events. Groceries, to-dos. Coordinate schedules. Keep your family in sync and scheduled. Make a shared shopping list. Organize your recipes. So a lot of people are saying it used to be better, but they had a recent update that made it horrible. Oh, maybe it's dump here. Used to be a good app. So people are complaining about the ads. Yeah, I think their issue might have been they started charging too late. Because a lot of people have been using it for many, many years. And now when they started charging, people then get upset. But if they started charging from the onset, Yeah, so some people are complaining, but for the most part, they have pretty good reviews. But I do like the idea of like a family, or it doesn't even have to be family, like a multi-person and task list. So something like that. Oh, we're not done yet. The next one is thoughts inspiration manager. So here, a trusted place for all your inspiration. Capture new entries and instantly grow a structured library. Save and share artworks. It just seems like a place where you write down quotes. Yeah, collect quotes, your thoughts. That's dumb. How many? 87 reviews. No, I think it's dumb, honestly. You could just write down your notes on a... What was I saying? Oh yeah, you could just write down all your thoughts on the notes app. So for me, that's kind of dumb. Next is hot schedules. Yeah. $3. This essentially, let's see, has been posted. Paid time off. Starts, ends. Today, morning, schedule. Employee scheduling app. Hmm. No, apparently. Well, it seems more like just for employee scheduling. But I don't know like who requires it or. But they have 67,000 downloads at $3 times 3. $21,000 at least. That's just, yeah, so they're probably multimillionaires from this. Or maybe not because of all the cloud usage. I'm just looking at all the other apps this developer has made. Yeah, no, that seems to be the most popular one. Okay. And the next one is Shadow Rocket, which is $3. Has 10,000, at least 10,000 downloads. Yeah, I don't know enough about this, so let's just skip it. $75 hard. $7. At least 6K people have paid for it. It's basically just tracking your tasks and then showing you on a calendar how much you've completed, and then you take a workout pick for the day. So, I mean, it's all things you could do on your own, but this just makes it more, simplifies the process. Yeah, and a lot of people are saying it's a pointless app. So something that the app meant, people on the app were saying that they can no longer track their 75 hard. So if we generalize it and make a general habit tracker, but that would just be making a habit tracker, which there are already many of. Oh, I don't want to click that. Yeah, I don't know. I think it, unless something comes up in the back of my mind in the future, we'll just skip it. Next one was, how much is F? Let's see, 10K times 12 is 120,000. Oh, well. Site Audit Pro. This one's kind of interesting because it's not even complicated. It's just so simple. Because all it's doing is like someone goes to a site, they take pictures, annotate it with a bunch of squares, bunch of arrows or whatever you need to like uh, sort of show the focus of the image, and then you can like add your signature, and then it just generates a report for you. So based on like each image you took, you add like a short description, maybe a title, and then it generates a report. And these reports follow like a bunch of templates that you can choose from. So it's super simple. Like it's anyone can make it. All you need is an understanding of the format and the tools needed. You can probably code something up in like a month, worst case 2 months, and now you have something that's worth at least 100,000. This is actually a good case study. Let me write it down. Yes, I just wrote down look where other opportunities like this exist. What is simple like that? You can just make it, but people have a need for it. Because I think there should be other opportunities like that. Now this next one, cam scanner, is $1. At least there's one more after that. Whoa. Wait. Oh, I think, what am I looking at? On my phone it says 1.3 million people have downloaded it. Whoa. Okay, so no, that doesn't make sense. So the official ratings are 1.3, but it looks like more like 750 million people have downloaded this app. So they have to be like $1 million app. And what are they doing? They are taking a picture, essentially scanning it to convert it into, oh, because they also have Google Play. I see. So they're taking a picture, scanning it, save it as PDF, Word, text, Excel, and then share it. And you can also annotate, do some manipulation, I guess. Yeah, and recently people don't seem to like it. So maybe there's an opportunity for a scanning application. But then again, I know iOS Notes already does that. So I think it just goes back to what are very sort of simple problems that can be solved, but have like a very clear pain. And so that's just going to take a little bit of thinking. But that is... Okay, actually there's one more. Python. So this is at least $10,000 made from this app. Yeah, I don't know. $10 for an IDE on the iPhone. Whoa, almost 1 gigabyte for the app. And they've also made only 2 apps. Yeah, I'll keep that one in the back of my mind, but nothing that I can work off of. So now I need to think about everything I just thought about, as well as the case studies. So there's DocuSign, there's the Site Audit Pro. What simple problems what simple problems are not coming to my mind that I could obviously come up with an answer for within a month or two, and then just bringing some money. So I'll probably do that offline. I'm tired, so I'll work on it while I'm in bed. And tomorrow we'll get to deciding this. I'm waiting for all the books to arrive, just do it all in one day. This I'll probably do offline tomorrow. Yeah, and I still have time to do these. So we're making progress. Next steps: deciding one app to build. We'll do that tomorrow. Start building in iOS. Probably learn Android development offline. No, maybe offline. I have Udemy courses, one Udemy course, but I also have in the Google's Android course that's available for free online. So I might learn this on my second channel and also think about other problems. Yeah. I think I'll do this in public. At first, right now I was hesitant too, but again, it's always the execution that's more important than the idea. So I'm okay thinking about this in public and sharing my ideas. All right. See y'all tomorrow.